What's going on, my people? Hello everyone, welcome to another video. My name is Kemal AA and this is another Chelsea transfer news daily video for you guys, where I'll keep you guys up to date with all the latest Chelsea news in the past 24 hours. A brand new update on Erling Haaland. Chelsea are preparing their first bid. Finally it's here. Chelsea are preparing their first bid of £150 million. We'll be delving into all the details, all the latest reports surrounding Erling Haaland at Chelsea. We'll also be speaking about Jorginho. Masterclass performance yesterday against Spain. Italy are in the finals of the Euro. Jorginho scoring the winning penalty against Spain. And now, of course, they will be playing either Denmark or England in the Euro final. We're speaking about Jorginho's magnificent performance and, of course, his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or for Chelsea and Italy, of course. And another story we'll be speaking about is Antoine Griezmann. Now, according to various English reports, Antoine Griezmann has been offered to Chelsea to free up wages to extend Lionel Messi's contract. We'll be speaking about Antoine Griezmann. But before I do get into it, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification. And without further ado, let's get straight into this news daily. And starting off with the biggest news story, of course, that is Erling Haaland. Now, according to 90 Min, Simon Phillips, and of course various other reliable journalists such as Julian Lorenz, who had a podcast / video with Matisse, MAH, if you guys go on YouTube, another fellow Chelsea YouTuber. Again, he's got his exclusive contacts and links, and he spoke briefly on the situation. Of course, he's got his connections, and various other reliable top-tier journalists have spoken that Chelsea are prepared to offer up to £150 million for Borussia Dortmund striker Erling Haaland this summer, in the belief that such a huge bid will not be turned down by the Bundesliga side. Chelsea have already held lengthy talks with Erling Haaland's camp, which is led by agent Mino Raiola, and that personal terms are not an issue. Chelsea are now looking into the finer details of bidding up to £150 million for Erling Haaland, although they would still prefer it to be closer to £135 million, given the vast expense. Now, this is good because we've been given a lot more detail in regards to the situation, because recently all we've been hearing is that Haaland is open to coming to Chelsea. He's very interested. He loves Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea, of course, have made Haaland their priority. We know that we need to negotiate with Dortmund. We know that his release clause becomes active next summer. This is all recycled news. We've known this for such a long time, and finally it's really important, and it's crucial to us fans now to know that there's new news on this. There's actually an update on the situation, and it's good. It's good that we've been given the detail. Now, again, the fact that Chelsea have held lengthy talks with Erling Haaland's camp does give me some optimism. It does give me some positivity that a move could potentially materialise in the next few weeks. Now, we're not going to be placing any bids for any sort of player, whether that's Declan Rice, Erling Haaland, or any other top-tier targets that we have this summer until after the Euros. This has been confirmed by various reliable journalists. Of course, even though we are preparing this £150 million bid, it's not going to be submitted until after the final of the Euros, which is, of course, this Sunday. So basically, this is the last week of negotiations, and hopefully next week bids are going to be put in place, whether that's for Declan Rice, whether that's for Erling Haaland, and then we're going to understand the finances and the logistics of the deal. Hopefully, while things have been quiet, Chelsea have been manufacturing behind the scenes and understanding, getting a rough idea in terms of wages, contract negotiations, agent fees, transfer fee, and all this, because it's important. Hopefully, they've done all the research and homework behind the scenes while things have been quiet. So now the Euro ends, we can quickly get negotiations done and wrap up Erling Haaland as soon as possible, if, of course, it is financially realistic. And, of course, if we can't sign him this summer, then his release clause will become activated next summer and Chelsea will be in the ring. The only issue then is that all the other elite clubs are going to be in the running, because, of course, his fee does then become affordable. You know, you've got Juventus, you've got Real Madrid, Barcelona. So, of course, we're going to have to be competing with all these clubs, where we have the advantageous situation where no other club apart from Chelsea, because of the pandemic and our finances, where they can't really compete with us financially. That's where we've got the advantageous situation. Now, a cynical side of me, a hypothetical side of me, believes that even if we don't sign Haaland this summer, potentially what we're doing behind the scenes is we're touching up Haaland. We're giving him the project. We're telling him what our future plans are. We're telling him, listen, Chelsea, European champions. We've got an elite coach, the lure of London, the lure of the Premier League. Chelsea, one of the best elite clubs in Europe. We're already touching him up, getting Chelsea inside his head, and we're telling him we can give you the wages, we can give you the bonuses, where if we can't agree a fee with Dortmund now, we've already technically agreed personal terms to a sense that maybe next summer because we've done all the homework and all the negotiating with his agent, with his camp, with Haaland now, where next summer, once we pay Dortmund the release clause, it can be done. It can be done. The only issue with that, though, the only issue with that hypothetical situation, there arises two problems. One, Chelsea need a striker now. If Chelsea want to be competing to win the Premier League title next season, we need a world-class number 9 who can bag chances, who can bag, these world-class goals, because we've missed too many massive and big chances in the previous season. Now, the second issue is things can change very quickly in football. Yes, Chelsea at the moment are at the peak of their powers. We're European champions, of course, we've got all this ball power. But let's say hypothetically, cynical side of me can say, what if Chelsea have a disastrous season? Let's say mid-season Thomas Tuchel gets sacked. God forbid. It's happened before, with Conte, Jose Mourinho, where, we go on a bad patch of form, the mentality drops, with Champions of Europe, complacency kicks in, we're struggling, 6-7 position, it doesn't look like we're going to get top 4. Players are down tools, dressing room split up again like we had on the Lampard. Thomas will get sacked, then all of a sudden, next summer Real Madrid, Barca, Juventus come in. Even though Haaland agreed personal terms, why would he pick Chelsea? This is what I mean, where in football, things can change within the click of a finger. Things can change instantly. So it's really important that you understand the situation, consider all these factors, and hypothetically, it would be more ideal to wrap up the Haaland deal, the Haaland situation done now. So the player's ours. The player's ours if we sign him now. But let's wait and see. Of course, this saga is not over. It's going to be heating up. It's going to be intensifying. So, put the seatbelts on, strap in, because it's going to get juicy. We're going to find out in the next few days, especially after the Euros. That's when things are really going to intensify, not just for Erling Haaland, but other top tier targets like your Declan Rices, like your centre back targets and options, etc. So make sure you stay tuned, hit that bell notification so you never miss an upload. I'll be giving all the latest news on this channel. But moving on to some other news, of course, Antoine Griezmann. Now this shocked me because according to various English publications and of course a sports journalist who writes for The Express and The Mirror, they're reporting that Barcelona will offer Antoine Griezmann to Chelsea to help fund Lionel Messi's contract. Now, again, this came out of the blue. No one reliable is reporting this. Fabrizio's not reported this. Matt Law, none of these Chelsea-connected journalists have been reporting this. So, for me, it screams, just rumour. In the rumour mill, it's nothing too concrete. So, of course, I wouldn't get excited if you do want Griezmann at Chelsea. Of course, I would say wait for more reliable journalists and outlets to report it. But the reason why I'm speaking about it is because I thought it'd be quite interesting. Chelsea have never really been linked to Griezmann. He was world class back in the days of 2016, 2017, 2018, especially in the World Cup for France, and he has dropped off since his move to Barcelona. What I found interesting and comical was, I don't know if you guys saw yesterday morning, Barcelona released their player wages, the wages that their players are on, and they are in complete financial ruin. They've got debt up to nearly £900 million, and they're in complete financial ruin. Now, Messi is on 1.3 million euros, and the reason why they haven't announced any players, we're talking Memphis Depay, we're talking Eric Garcia, all these players have signed in the background. The reason why they haven't announced them is because they're not allowed to, because of their wages. They're in complete financial ruin. Messi is on 1.3 million euros, and they're going to extend his contract if possible, so his wages are going to naturally increase. Antoine Griezmann, listen to this, Antoine Griezmann is on £900,000 a week. Now already, for me, that rules out the deal. There is no way Chelsea sign, in my personal opinion, a finished Griezmann. This is a 30-year-old Griezmann who hasn't been at his best for 2 years now. And he's currently on £900,000 a week. Chelsea wouldn't even pay 300,000. Forget 900 grand. Chelsea wouldn't even pay a third of that. Would maximum go around £200,000 a week. Why would he take a pay cut from 900,000 to £200,000 a week? It makes no financial sense. It makes no logical sense. It makes no sense from Griezmann's point of view, because he's lived in Spain for over a decade now. His family's settled there. He's earning 900 bags a week. And what? He's going to move to London, rainy London, to earn less than a third of that. No sense at all. Chelsea wouldn't even be interested because, as I said, he hasn't been at the peak of his powers for 2 years. We're stacked in the striker position in terms of what we're looking for. Haaland is the priority. I just thought I'd include it because, of course, it's interesting to hear, and Griezmann was once a world-class player. But what do you guys think of the situation? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But finally, we've got to speak about my boy Georgie. My boy Jorginho. Now, against Spain, I'm going to read you out his stats. He played the full game, including extra time. 90 minutes, of course, the additional 30 minutes because he scored the winning penalty. 81% pass accuracy, 50 total touches, 8 ball recoveries, 7 interceptions, 6 attempted tackles, 4 passes into the final third, 3 clearances, 2 successful tackles and 2 fouls won, and of course he scored the winning penalty. Master stroke, masterclass from our very own Regista, world class player, and as I keep stressing, more respect is needed on this guy's name. What he's producing for club and country is simply world class, sublime stuff, phenomenal stuff. European champion with Chelsea, in the European final for Italy now. He could potentially, in the space of 3 months, become European champion twice for club and for country. Now, does that put him as a Ballon d'Or contender? Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or, but for me, he should at least be in a conversation. Why? Let's break it down for you guys. Now, Ballon d'Or is an award that is based on the best player in Europe, the best player in the world, in a calendar year. So we are not talking about the season. We're not talking about from the 2020 September to May 2021. It includes just the calendar year 2021. That means it counts from January 2021 onwards up until this point and a few more months into it. Now, that January 2021 is when Thomas Tuchel walked in through the doors of Cobham. And ever since Thomas Tuchel's walked in, Jorginho's been playing week in, week out. He's been one of our most consistent, most integral players in the team. He's been simply world class, and without him, Chelsea would never have won the Champions League in terms of what Thomas Tuchel wants, integrating a system. He's controlling the dictating of the tempo of the game. Him and Kante as a partnership has been superb. Again, since January 2021, which is what the Ballon d'Or is measured on, he has been world class. He's guided Chelsea to a top 4 finish. He has become our top goal scorer this season on 7 goals. He became a European champion with Chelsea, won the Champions League, and we got to an FA Cup final. On top of that, he's gone away with Italy and he's got to a Euro final, could potentially become a European champion once again for Italy, and they wouldn't have got there without him. He's been playing every single game, starting every single game because he's been an integral part of that team. He's been simply superb, and he just scored the winning penalty against Spain in the semis to take his own country into the final of the Euro. So for me, even though I don't think he will win it, I think that it is between Messi or Lewandowski, he has to be for me top 3, top 5. And that's just my unbiased, honest opinion. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. And I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.